Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where Detroit's roar echoes through every update and speculation ignites the Motor City faithful. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Lions News Fan Report so you never miss a single rumor or insider scoop. Today's story started quietly on Day 3 of the 2025 NFL Draft when the Lions shocked everyone by selecting Boise State's underrated edge prospect. And while that pick certainly has its merits, whispers have been swirling ever since about a blockbuster veteran addition that could alter Detroit's defensive landscape forever. What if I told you there's strong chatter suggesting the Lions have already agreed to bring in a true Pro Bowl force to partner with our own breakout star? Could it really be happening? Or is this just another tease to get fans buzzing? Picture this: a seasoned edge rusher, one who has dominated opposing quarterbacks across 4 different franchises, arriving in Detroit with a $22 million proposal in hand. It's the kind of splash play that separates good defenses from great ones, and insiders close to the team insist this move is anything but fantasy. Is it possible that the Lions front office, armed with ample cap space, quietly courted a high-profile veteran whose very presence would demand double teams and open lanes for our youngsters? Some say the organization is finalizing terms as we speak, and once you hear the name, you'll understand why this rumor has been setting social media on fire. Let's rewind to the facts. The veteran in question spent the 2024 season wreaking havoc on quarterbacks in Carolina, logging 5.5 sacks and 44 total pressures. A respectable output, yes, but far from his peak. 2 years ago, he terrorized offenses with 9 sacks and 71 pressures in Baltimore, reminding everyone why he was the #1 overall pick not so long ago. Fans who remember those dominant performances are already dreaming of a Detroit defense that combines youthful energy with proven experience. Could this reunion of talent be the missing piece that sends our pass rush and our entire team into an elite tier? Beyond the raw numbers, consider the strategic impact. A veteran presence opposite Aiden Hutchinson would force offenses into impossible decisions. Do they chip extra protection toward our rising star, or do they spread their blockers thin and risk the seasoned pro? That level of unpredictability keeps quarterbacks up at night, and it's exactly the kind of dynamic the Lions desperately need after watching opponents feast on manageable third and mediums last season. Is this clever chess move by the front office merely speculative, or are we witnessing the first tremors of a seismic defensive overhaul? Journalists close to the situation are reporting that Detroit's general manager has been in direct contact with the player's agent, drafting language that ensures cap flexibility while offering performance incentives should the veteran return to form. Imagine the headlines. Lions sign Clowney'S splashed across every sports site, sending a wave of confidence through Ford Field. But hold on. Another report suggests the team is waiting on final medical checks before finalizing the deal. Could this caution point to a minor health concern? Or is it simply part of a high-stakes negotiation to drive up the veteran's market value? Either way, the suspense is palpable. Meanwhile, fans on social media are divided. One group argues that any downgrade from peak performance is a risk too great for a defense aiming for a Super Bowl run. Another counters that even a 70% version of this player's former self would instantly vault Detroit's edge rush into the NFL elite. The debate rages. Will this rumored signing spark immediate buzz and adrenaline? Or will the team's commitment to financial prudence keep them from pulling the trigger? As training camp approaches and voluntary workouts ramp up, every sidelong glance at practice fields and every cryptic social media post from players only fuels the speculation further. Stay tuned, because in just a few days we'll break down not only when the official announcement might drop, but also what this signing means for the Lions' championship aspirations. But for now, imagine the electricity coursing through Ford Field when that veteran warrior storms off the plane in Honolulu blue and silver. Could this be the moment Detroit's defense finally lives up to its legendary potential? If you haven't Already, smash that like button and subscribe to Lions News Fan Report to stay ahead of every shakeup in Detroit's defensive unit. Now, let's pick up where we left off. Word is the front office is moving fast to finalize terms, and if the deal truly goes through, we could see our mystery pass rusher donning Honolulu blue as early as next week. Imagine the locker room energy when a proven Pro Bowler strides in. Rookies wide-eyed, veterans nodding with approval, and coaching staff buzzing about new blitz packages. Could this be the spark that transforms good into great for our defense? Insiders suggest that once the signing is official, the coaching staff will tailor a modified workload to integrate him smoothly. Picture a plan: limited snaps in preseason, a brief cameo against a lighter opponent, then a full-on debut when the regular season tension peaks. Some insiders believe the Lions might even debut him in a nationally televised game to amplify the media frenzy. Is it possible that Detroit's PR team has already secured a primetime slot to unveil the new edge rusher? If so, this announcement won't just make headlines, it could redefine perceptions of Detroit's Super Bowl window. Financially, the $22 million contract is structured with clever incentive tiers, per-sack bonuses, Pro Bowl guarantees, and a hefty playoff clinching clause. That signals confidence that he'll deliver, and it also shows the organization believes a postseason surge is within reach. Fans are speculating. If he hits half of those incentives, could Brad Holmes' decision be heralded as one of the shrewdest off-season moves? On the other hand, if production falters, will critics pounce on the salary cap hit? The stakes have never been higher. Let's run through a potential timeline. Training camp opens in early August, and reports indicate our veteran could be placed on a veteran-exempt list, meaning he participates in team meetings but sees only light practice reps until the third week. Then, if all goes according to plan, he could be ready by week 2 against a division rival, possibly the Vikings or Bears. Imagine the roar from Ford Field if he records a sack in his first series back. What a statement that would send across the league. Some analysts even argue that adding him pushes the Lions into top 5 defensive rankings by sheer playoff caliber depth alone. Beyond the X's and O's, consider the locker room impact. Players recognize a 5-time Pro Bowler when they see 1. His work ethic in rehab, his dedication to film study, and his willingness to mentor younger talent speak volumes. Could this veteran's leadership be the intangible ingredient that cements a winning culture? If he rallies the defense, inspires a new level of accountability, and helps groom future stars, Detroit's edge rush could remain elite long after his playing days. Of course, skeptics caution that age and mileage matter. At 31, any pass rusher carries wear and tear, and repeating those 70 pressure seasons may be a tall order. But if medical staff clear him, if performance tests confirm explosiveness is within 90% of his peak, then this signing could pay dividends well beyond 2025. Think about it. Even a reduced role, say 9 to 12 sacks and relentless quarterback pressures, would represent a massive upgrade over last year's rotation. Some insiders whisper that the Lions might convert him into a situational nickel rusher on obvious passing downs, maximizing his strengths while preserving longevity. Now, let's pivot to fan reaction. Social media polls are split almost down the middle. Half of our passionate fan base celebrating a potentially career-resuscitating opportunity for our new Lion, and the other half warning that any misstep could cost precious cap space and disrupt team chemistry. But here's where your opinion matters most. What side of the debate are you on? Are you ready to welcome this seasoned warrior, trusting that a Hall of Fame caliber mindset outweighs any concerns about age? Or do you believe the Lions should have doubled down on youth, allowing our draftees and homegrown talent to seize the moment? Personally, I'm riding the hype train all the way to the symbol of the Motor City, the mere prospect of a Pro Bowler. Lining up opposite Aiden Hutchinson sends chills down my spine, It's the kind of dynamic duo that turns playoff hopes into concrete expectations. If Clowney, or whatever name finally drops, can recapture a fraction of that Baltimore brilliance, our defense will be one of the most feared in the NFC. I can't wait to see how it unfolds, and I'm counting down the seconds until that press conference. So, Lions faithful, it's your turn. Will this blockbuster edition be the missing piece that propels us into a legitimate Super Bowl contender, or a calculated gamble that backfires under the bright lights? Drop your bold predictions in the comments below. I'm eager to read every take. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you're first in line for every rumor, every update, and every electrifying twist in Detroit's journey. Until next time, keep roaring, keep believing, and keep the faith, because in Lions country the comeback story is never over.